All right, Brian Armstrong TV. We are here with the soldier of our soldiers, the pimp of our pimps, the player of our players, Mr. James Arthur Threadgill motherfucking Jr. How you doing today, sir?
What it is, what it is. What's good?
All right. I got a couple of questions for you. First of all, your first question is how you were born in 1995.
91.
91. God damn, nigga, I'm this nigga brother, and I got this nigga
It's
year.
fucked up.
But you know what it is? I seen too many niggas, football players that I done looked up, recruits that were born in 1995.
95.
So everybody born in the 90s. I didn't say 1995. Okay, 91. As far back as you can remember, how has society changed for the better, and how has society changed for the bad?
Okay, as far back as I can remember, I grew up in a time where everybody went outside. Kids were playing in the yards, motherfuckers was going to parks, playing pickup football, pickup basketball games, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we played tackle football in the street, you know what I'm saying? We did that type of shit, but now I mean, I can speak for myself as well. I don't be trying to let my kids not go outside, not in the neighborhood, not without me being there. That shit is not happening whatsoever because motherfuckers is crazy, which is why I take my gun everywhere I go.
That leads to a follow-up question. Would you say the lack of children playing outside as a result of how society has changed negatively, would you say it's the parents' fault for not being as active and making the children go outside? Or is that just the adult, the adult generation changing with the society and adjusting just naturally to the times and not pushing that, or just laziness?
Um, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's laziness, and I also think that it's the technology nowadays because everybody's born, especially kids, they born with a fucking tablet in their hand as soon as they pop out. They looking at fucking YouTube or watching Puppy Dog Pals, Amazon, whatever the fuck it is, on their tablets. But I also think that it's designed by the system to keep everybody inside of the house and have you scared to leave your house.
Mm,
It's easier to round up motherfuckers if they at home.
damn good point. For all you folks listening, at 2 minutes and 55 seconds, that's a very valid point. Next question. You've been married. Would you recommend marriage to this generation if you've done any observations on the dating scene of the generations beneath
I
you?
don't know what the fuck these people out here doing now as far as dating goes. I mean, I've gotten plenty of numbers, but that shit ends at, do you have Snapchat? No. I got my phone number. That's how I communicate. I call you.
Yeah,
You ain't got to look up my whole history and shit on my social media because that shit don't exist. I don't have that. You can go on there, but you're gonna go back and you're gonna see the post stopped at, I don't know, 2015 or something, so 10 years ago. So you go look at my social media, you immediately gonna think I'm some type of kidnapper, murderer, killer, hijacking motherfucker because I ain't got, no social media. So as far as marriage goes, I don't see anything beneficial marriage wise as far unless it's for legal purposes, unless we doing dirt together. And, I don't want you to testify against me because that's spousal privilege. We don't need to be married on paper. For what? I love you, you love me. That's all that takes. Now, I would advise this: if you're going to get married, you need a prenup. No matter what, I don't care if you got -$8 in your bank account. You need a prenup.
okay.
Because motherfuckers gonna want to take everything, all of what you don't even have. They want it. I promise they won't.
Mm. Okay. Next.
They want your future shit too.
Yeah.
Stuff that you don't have yet. They want that
I
as
want.
well.
I want what you have for perpetuity.
Yeah. Forever and goddamn ever. And as my brothers always talks about here behind the camera, the kids are just a racket now. That's all it is. Fucking racket, child support. That's all they want. They want you to pop a baby on them and then have nothing to do with the child and then send them money every month. But that ain't how that shit works.
For a man to actually
not
care.
For an actual man that wants to take care of his children and be in his children's lives. That's not how that shit works.
Would you say that that's a result of women dealing with men who care more about themselves than their children? And that's a retaliation or a result of generations of women, let's say women now that are 34, 40, that watched their mothers deal with cheating, incarceration, substance abuse, rape, whatever. Would you say generations of that has caused the new generation of women to view dating or men in a more, hey, the romantic love thing is not real? Because I've watched my grandmother, my aunt, my mother, my sister all go through these things.
I think we choose. I think it's a human thing, though. We choose to look at a situation and immediately pull everything back from it and ignore the fact that we've had other aunties and grandmothers that have been married for 60 years. We'd rather take the fucked up part, examine that, and say, okay, this is what I'm going to go by, instead of going by the other portion of it. I think that's important. But as far as the other part, I think that. I think it's got a lot to do with society and just the way that music is, because I think music has a lot to do with these women's minds and the way that they're being warped because of the things that they're hearing in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because that it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. The Cheesecake Factory is a fine fucking place to eat. As a matter of fact, I just went there. I sat down with my girlfriend and my 2 kids, and we sat down and ate. That shit was $168.
That's where you was at when you with the picture?
Yeah, that shit was $168.
That's. I'm gonna flip the fucking camera for us. No, I can't even flip it, but y'all can hear me. That ain't cheap.
That's not
to any
and
man.
And you can't send alcoholic beverages back. My girl got a beverage. She tasted it. She didn't like it. I was like, yo, she didn't like this. I'm trying to get another one. She said, oh, you can get another one, but you can't send it back.
Now, is that low class?
That's not coming off the check.
Is that a low class place?
That's not good enough to go on a first date. Like, y'all mind is so fucked up in this music that y'all been listening to. Oh, I'm a boss bitch. I'm this, I'm that. I don't need no man. But for some reason, you need men to take you places and buy you shit. No, not I. No. I'm not telling you you got to bring everything to the fucking table. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm bringing the table, the fucking tablecloth, and the goddamn food, at least you can bring the utensils in place, bitch.
Or a chair.
Something.
Or a plate.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Bring some potato salad. Bring a side.
Okay. Let's move into music. And we'll specifically, I'm going to ask you about what our music, I guess. I guess we could call it our music, even though all music, I think, is our music, but what we've confined ourselves to in some cases, I guess I'll say. What is your view on the state of rap or hip-hop or whatever you want to call it and its effect, as you were just speaking about the music and its effect on women?
In the mainstream?
Yeah. Overall, what do you feel about it? Now, I know how you feel about the underground, because I know you.
Yeah, I rock with the underground.
But how do you feel about what they play out to the youth on a daily basis? And how do you feel
it's
it?
Nothing other than programming. That's all it is. Because there's nothing positive and there's no message behind anything. All you doing is sliding and killing and shooting and fucking bitches, popping pills, and that's what the music is. There's nothing constructive about rebuilding your community and this type of shit. That's hard to find in mainstream music. And I can't say that it doesn't exist, because it does. These rappers have different types of music, different types of songs, But the thing is, that's not what's pushed. If there might be two songs on an album that has 17 songs on it that has a very positive message uplifting this people, but those aren't the songs you're going to hear. You're never going to hear those songs
unless you buy the album.
unless you buy the album and you say, okay, this is whatever the case may be. But as far as the music being pushed and what's being promoted and playing on the radio and all that type of shit, you gonna hear, fucking bitches, paying child support, um, killing your own people, and being in the trap. That's what we do, apparently. I still don't get that. You rapping about the trap, knowing it's a trap. It's called the trap. I don't know.
Okay. How do you feel about the state of the country?
Man, we need another president. This nigga's up here walking around looking very confused right now. Saluting the wrong people.
What?
Oh yeah.
Saluting the wrong people.
Saluting the wrong people. Supposed to be saluting the Marine Corps when we walking by, and this man saluting some random ass civilian. We looking real weak right now. The only reason I believe personally that nobody's parachuted in on our ass is because we've dropped 2 atomic bombs on 2 different cities. So
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
Mommy wants to talk to you.
Okay, I'll call her in a sec.
Okay.
What would be your advice to future generations about how to live?
Yeah. Oh man, you gotta establish some type of morals and principles for yourself, for your family, and stand on that shit, because there's so much bullshit in the world that it's easy to get lost in it, and it'll consume you. But that's what we are. We're consumers. So within being a consumer, you still have to say, okay, although I do this, and this line I'm not going to go across. My family's not going to be a part of this. My family's not going to be a part of that. These are our family values. We need to go back and start looking at our family tree, see where we actually came from, and get back to our roots and have your traditions that I believe our ancestors had. I think that would help out a lot, because it's a big gap, I think, in the Black community as far as communication and history goes. White folks know exactly where they came from. I'm Irish and British. Oh, damn, we don't know that. Oh, my family. Here's our family crest. These motherfuckers got a whole family crest. We ain't got that. But these are the things that this is foundational stuff and regular stuff for them. This would be something brand new, which shouldn't be for Black people. Black people don't have not no real traditions and values other than cooking collard greens, eating macaroni and cheese, and you know what I'm saying. These are the things that we hold dear. Our food, which is not a knock, because every culture has their own cuisine, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like we need to have something else to call our own, because like you were saying before, music ain't ours.
Yeah.
We started it, and then we let them steal it.
Yeah, and let them turn the one genre that we say is ours into some bullshit.
So I mean, we went from having our own type of music and a way of communicating with the masses. These rappers, what they were doing, communicating to the masses, giving them this information, giving them the game on how shit go through the music, to now, oh, hell no, y'all giving too much information.
And I also referred to it as, I was talking to a guy from New York one time recently, and I referred to it as Morse code.
Yeah.
At one point, that's what it was. From the north to the south to the west, they were speaking. It sounded like beep, 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 until you listen to it enough to where you could interpret it.
Yeah.
And now it's not nothing to decode.
No, ain't nothing to decode. They should. It's so far to where now, who on trial right now, Young Thug, all they just doing is pulling his lyrics up in the courtroom. This you said this, you said this, you was killing these people, and you had this much money because you sold this much drugs, and here it is, all right here on motherfucking paper. So ain't no more code because there's no more message. There's nothing to. You don't have to code anything if you're not giving a true message. What is there to decode? You're not putting up nothing thought provoking enough to have to decode it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is James Arthur Threadgill Jr. This is part 1. I will be doing future interviews with this man if I can get him on camera to do it. I don't know what the hell happened today, why he was willing to do it, but he did. Thank goodness.
Well, I was feeling freaky today.
And we got him on here. So this is James Arthur Threadgill Jr. This is a motherfucking war hero, motherfucking veteran. Don't fuck with him. If he don't kill you, I will. Brown Armstrong TV.
Brown Armstrong TV.